game of London football. It's London versus the Northeastern Jets. We're getting ready for the kickoff. We got Roger Clerk deep, and we got DJ Jackson deep. We'll try to get you some more numbers and names here in a little bit. There's the kickoff. Kind of a squib kick out to Jackson. Let it go out of bounds. All right, good job, DJ.
17-yard line. Against Northeastern, one has the option. They may like to have the Jets kick it again.
See, last week we talked about that, and I thought they said you couldn't re-kick it.
No, you don't. I don't think you have the option to re-kick that in high school football.
They're taking the penalty. Now they're going to kick it again.
They are going to kick it again. Okay. Re-kick it again. We had a penalty on Northeastern. They kicked the ball out of bounds. So London had the option of either taking the ball on the 40-yard line or letting them re-kick, and London took the option of letting them re-kick. Hey, we got a pretty brisk evening here tonight for London's third ball game. We got a pretty strong breeze coming out of the
and it always is over here, Zeke, because we're you're out in the country for this team here, and usually ends up in some rain.
Yeah, we're getting a little spitting rain right now. All right, we got a little bit better kickoff this time. As London then, we got Roger Clerk right up the middle. That was a good run, good run.
Zeke, we didn't get to see London do that too much last week. Hillsborough did a lot of swim kicking, so we really didn't get to see Clark run back any last week.
Well, I'm sure that's something London worked on this week in practice. I would be surprised if they let that go by the way. Roger made a nice run back, got it on the 42-yard line. And Gary, you were right there. They've got Clerk at tailback and DJ at fullback tonight.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing.
So
here, and they're also talking about maybe moving the quarterback out the wide receiver and putting Jason May in at quarterback.
Well,
for maybe in the near future, I don't know for sure.
Had Jackson carry the ball, gain about a yard. Looks like had a little belly play that time where you could run the option off of it. You know, we talked last week about seeing that option a little bit more, that they ran quite a bit last year. Maybe that's some new wrinkles they might put in tonight. Got Hamilton split out to the left, tight end Gandy. We got a pitch going to Clerk.
Nice run.
Got a first down, about a 12-yard gain there by Roger Clerk.
Yeah, Zeke, this is what they needed right here. They just need to go out and establish a little bit of the run game and just get the ball moving, get something going. After coming off a loss like last week, you want to come back in and just get yourself feeling good about yourself, and this is how you do a good run game.
And what I see about Clerk is he's quicker. He's quicker of feet from the get-go. Now him and DJ run pretty much the same in the 40, but Clerk will probably get him from the takeoff.
You know, one thing about DJ also, DJ is a real fine blocker, and maybe Coach Dobmeyer thought that he needed somebody up in front of somebody to do some blocking. Had another run by Clerk, Gary, picked up about 5 yards. So far, London's looking pretty good here. Then we got Hamilton coming out here wide to the right. Got Jackson at fullback, Clerk at tailback, Alexander under center.
Well, they're also getting a new look here. They didn't see Clerk in the films like this, see? And we've all said all along we thought Clerk ought to be the running back anyway. Even last year we thought he should have got more touches.
You know, we have watched Coach Dobmeyer in the past. If he's having a problem at certain positions, he does change things around. And that's a sign of a good coach. When he can recognize and he's able to recognize himself that he needs to change some things, that's a sign of a good coach.
Got a wide out here with Hamilton. It's pretty wide, so we might be looking at a pass play here.
They got Dorn in there in the slot formation. Okay, that's going to bring up 4th down and probably about 3, and I don't see why they wouldn't go for it.
This could be a crucial play right here.
Yeah, they brought in a little bit of beef there in that backfield. Looks like there's Zeke.
Little mix up there. DJ was coming off the field. Now they don't know who to come off.
All right. They got Robinson playing fullback now, and they got Jackson at tailback, and they brought Clerk out. You know,
that ain't gonna do it, Zeke.
That play was just
Jackson the ball carrier that time.
Yeah, Jackson ran the ball. That play was just, it was broadcast. They knew Jackson was going to carry the football.
There was such a big mix-up there before the play that, you know, defensively, you know what's going on.
Okay. Now, you know, London moved the ball pretty well there the first series or so, picked up a couple first downs. Here's where I'm curious. I want to see their defense. That's what killed them last week, was their defense. This is what we need to see, if he's changed anything on this side of the ball.
And we seem to have a lot of problems with the end positions.
Okay, Northeastern's in that straight T. That's the same thing they run last year. Must be, I think it might have called a face mask on London there, and there was a fumble, and London recovered the fumble.
You know, Zeke, it looks like London's getting great penetration, but it seems like they're not looking around or something, because they had a great penetration.
Face mask London. They're going to tack that on at the end of the carry. Darby, what I see last week is these teams aren't bothering to run that ball up the middle where London's beef is at. They're taking it outside, and last week London didn't adjust to those little quick backs that Hillsborough had. And number 10 for Northeastern here don't look too slow.
Brad Hess, he's one of the main runners last year.
You know, we watched him last year carry that ball on London for the Jets, and we see London's running looks like a 6-man front right now. They're running that belly play option to the right. Tackle by Robinson and Alexander and DJ Jackson on that play.
DJ likes to hit. He's a hitter. He might play better defense sometimes than he does offense.
Well,
he does like to hit.
I know one thing. We have to see London reach down and bring out something tonight that we haven't seen yet this year. Fumble.
And London's ball.
London's ball. 59 Bogenreif on the recover. Bogenreif.
And the ball was slammed down. They got to watch that. I seen them do that last week a couple times.
59, that's 39 yard line.
It was Ron Myers that recovered that fumble. Sorry about that. Okay, we got Clerk and tailback again. Give to Jackson off the left side.
He's just powering his way.
Now, Gary, that was a gaggle that took him down there.
It took a gaggle on that because he was powering like you wouldn't believe. He looked like a fullback on that play.
Well, you know, not to upset you guys, but DJ used to run fullback for me back in the sixth grade era. I knew that was going to get Gary, but so it's not the first time DJ's ran that fullback. And now we got a little different. We got a split T in the backfield with a wide out here to the right. Give the Clerk up the middle. They're bringing up 3rd and 1. London coming out in the double wide out. You got Dorn to the left and Hamilton to the right. DJ at fullback and Clerk at tailback. They're going to run Clerk. He got the first down. You know, I noticed Jackson going through that hole, turning around and look, see where Clerk was.
Into this one, we only got 5:54 left in this first quarter. We haven't seen a pass hit of either one of this team. Could this be the wind here, Zeke?
Possibility. That wind's pretty strong. It's probably running about 20 mile an hour.
And we got a flag down the field.
You know what I noticed there, Gary, was it looks like Jared's aiming that football. Instead of just throwing it, he's aiming it. We've got a defensive interference call here, I believe. Hey, London got a break there. He got a 15-yard penalty on a interference call, which puts the ball on the 33-yard line of Northeastern. Got Alexander under center, straight hand off to DJ up the middle. You know, what we're seeing, Gary, is we're just seeing DJ move to a different position. And right now they can utilize DJ and Roger both. I think it's a very good idea.
It's a very smart move, I think, on the coaching part there.
You know, one thing Roger does, Roger brings the option of a breakaway back. I mean, if he gets outside, it's all she wrote.
Yeah. He's got the quickness of the couple of them backs we saw.
It looks like DJ's going to be the workhorse tonight. They're really running him hard, but he's been picking up, what, an average of 5 yards per carry?
Oh, we got a timeout.
Okay, after the timeout, it's London's ball on Northeastern's 20.5-yard line. You got Jackson still running that fullback, Clerk at the tailback. We got a quick pitch out here. That was, he got about 3, but that was good pursuit by Northeastern. They were out there.
They were right on pursuit, in hot pursuit.
You know,
you just crack yourself up.
That was General Lee made that tackle. He's in hot pursuit.
We see Jackson and Clerk there in the backfield together. And, you know, I think maybe Coach might have saw something there last week with all that speed Hillsboro put out against us. He might have thought maybe we ought to get Roger back there.
We saw just as much speed in Kentucky.
You got Roger split out wide to the left now. And DJ back at tailback. DJ just powered for about 4 yards.
Just across the 15-yard line, about the 14-yard line.
Got Robinson coming off the side here with limping pretty good. Going to put Dorn back in there at fullback, I believe.
Ball just inside the 15-yard line.
Well, London's getting down in the red zone.
Timeout, London. DJ's a tailback. Got Such in there at fullback, and Clerk out here wide, and Hamilton wide the other way. And they're still going to run that Jackson up the middle.
And that could be a Buffalo package there with Such pretty big too.
You know, it's going to bring up 4th down and 2, and Coach has got another decision to make here.
They're going to need about 2 yards to pick up the first down.
We're definitely in field goal range right now.
Well, I was going to say,
I think that would make a big point if we could just put some points on the board.
You know, it's a decision. That's what it is. You got a decision, or either going for it here or letting the All-State Tobin go ahead and Alexander. Touchdown, Jared Alexander.
All right. That was a deceptive move there.
You know, that was that option play that we've been talking about. He faked it to the fullback, took it himself, and it just opened up for him.
So we got our first, it's our second running touchdown of the year, offensive touchdown of the year.
On Mr. Toe in to do the kicking.
You can look to pick that ball up over to International.
We got Sean White to do the holding. He got it up. It's blocked. Pick it up and run it in. No, that ball never got back to the holder. All right, now you're going to get to see Clark Tobin kick this ball off, and we'll get to see what kind of distance he get on it.
See what kind of camera work the cameraman can do on that ball, because he usually gets it pretty high and pretty good distance.
All right, got a nice kick. Got it up.
7-yard
line. Middle. Got an opening. Got an opening.
He's got a lot of room.
Got knocked out of bounds by Roger Clerk and Nathan Dorn.
And that, you know, they do that to us every year, though.
Well,
I mess you up.
You know, the thing of it is, Gary, on the kickoff,
Did I say something wrong, Darby?
you got to fill the lanes on that kickoff, and you got to stay in those lanes. It looked to me like the middle of London's kickoff team kind of all went into the middle where he was when he caught the football. But you gotta stay in your lanes on that kickoff. Okay, we got Northeastern with the ball again for their second time, and they're running a T backfield, straight T. Gonna run that power play. Power play.
Left side, goes outside, cuts back in.
Straight up the sidelines.
Ooh, and he took a good hit.
Jackson finally brings him down on about the 10-yard line.
you know,
Well,
I'm listening.
you know, the things we talked about last year is these tackling techniques. They're not grabbing any material. They're not wrapping. All they're doing is bumping them with their body and thinking they're knocking them down.
thank you.
Yeah, this Hess is a pretty quick ball carrier.
Yeah, he's a good little ball player.
I mean, he got outside before our ends knew it. And that wasn't nothing but a straight power play. You got Northeastern and the straight T again, running a crossbuck to Hess. He's still up. Touchdown Northeastern.
They ran the same play they ran up here, and that's wide open.
Well, you know, they ran that fake to the fullback and then handed it to Hess back off the left side, and he got hit once and did a little turn there and stayed on his feet.
And like you say, and that play's working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well, Zeke, it looks like it's going to be a game tonight.
You know, that Brad Hess is a junior, 5'9", 160 pounds, and this is his second year as a letterman.
Yeah.
So he'll be he started when he was a freshman, fellas. And he also does the kicking.
He had a brother who was pretty good. And is it good?
And then kick good.
Hey.
Northeastern 7,
Bars look
London
low.
6. There we got Hess getting ready to kick off to London. Got it up in the air. Roger's going to be able to field this one. He's taking it straight up the middle. He's breaking it outside. Nice return, Roger. Nice return. Okay, that gives juke him, Hamilton. All right, first down.
He juked him, but he didn't jake him.
And London's completed a couple of passes tonight, looking pretty good here. Bringing out Dorn. We got Robinson playing wide receiver now, along with Hamilton. Jackson at fullback and Clerk at tailback. Alexander under center. Jackson up the middle. You know, one thing we had talked about, Gary, was last week that London wasn't getting too much play out of his fullback. And you know, London's always had a real good fullback.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think Dobmeyer's doing a smart thing here by moving Jackson to fullback.
We're experiencing a little bit of rain here. I hope it don't get any worse than it is.
Then we got a wide out both ways. Clerk up the middle. I tell you, you know, that third down and about 7. London's got a wide out to the left, which is Hamilton, and Robinson's over here at a split formation. We got a sweep to Clerk. Gain of about 2 yards there. Going to bring up fourth down and about 4 or 5.
Yeah, Northeastern, London's making some pretty good holes. Northeastern's filling them up pretty quick.
Well, you know something we noticed last week, and I'm noticing it again today, that the Northeastern is not that big, Darby. If you really stop and look at it, Northeastern's not that big. So they're pretty fast there. That's the end of the first quarter. Bringing up fourth down and 4, and London gives that ball option play. Alexander gets the first down. That was an awful good run by Jared Alexander.
Now, Zeke, it looks like London's starting to put that offense together. Running it up the middle, throwing a little option, throwing some passes. They're starting to mix it up a little bit, and that's what they're going to have to do.
Yep. You know, they've got to change up other than running that ball up the middle all the time. That option play looks like it's working. He might as well try that a little bit more. Running Clerk over to the left, Rogers into the defensive backfield. That's another first down for London. Up under center. We got Alexander. We got penalty. Legal procedure. It's going to bring up first down and 15. Got Alexander going under center. Got DJ at fullback and Clerk at tailback. Wide out, Nathan Dorn. Nice pass. You know, he threw that ball before Nathan made his cut. That was a real fine play there.
Right.
Yeah, I think Jarrett's starting to feel a little bit more at home, Darby. He's completed his last 3 passes. I think he's starting to feel a little bit more at home.
10 on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 5 now.
Yeah, evidently there must be another penalty there. They're out there conversing on something. On London.
6 men on the line of scrimmage prior to the snap of the ball.
So,
Dead ball foul. Move the ball back.
not London for illegal procedure again, so now it's going to be first down and 20. We got Dorn on a cross buck back across and gain of about a yard. Going to bring up second down and 19.
He moves to the 25 yard.
Left it's Robinson. You got Hamilton wide to the right. DJ at fullback, Clerk. He's going to run Clerk up the middle. Going to bring up third down and about 18. Got a rain coming on right now. It's blowing sideways. London's going to split out 2 guys. Got Hamilton to the left and Dorn out to the right. He's dropping back. He's got Gandy across the middle. Gain of about 6 yards.
Nathan Dorn looked wide open over there to the right there, see?
Gandy, only a sophomore, made a nice catch on that, Darby. Going to bring in the toe now. Got Sean White holding.
About 6 on the play.
The toe. Definitely in his range, see?
Going to bring up about a 37-yard field goal.
Field goal position.
Excuse me, about a 34-yard field goal. Get it up. We got the no, short. It seems to me like, Darby, we're getting bad snaps. That ball's just rolling back here to the holder.
Throwing Tobin's timing off.
Northeastern's ball. They run a dive play off the left side there for no gain. The time is 8:05 left in the second quarter. Northeastern 7, London 6.
Corey Such makes the stop.
You know, London was moving that ball pretty good on that series of plays. A couple penalties put the hamper on them. That's just one other thing they're going to have to cut out.
Well, they've been doing pretty good compared to last week, Zeke. Last week they had a lot of penalties.
And they're running that cross buck back here right straight up the middle.
Oh, he's
It's going to be a touchdown. Going to be a touchdown unless Clerk can catch him. He got a block. No. We got a 80-yard touchdown right up the middle. No penalty flags. Touchdown Northeastern. Okay, we got Northeastern for the point after. Okay, good ball snap, ball down. The kick's up. No good. No good.
He rung the goal post.
That makes the score 13-6 Northeastern. Okay, we got Hess ready to kick off for Northeastern. We've got Clerk and Jackson back for the kickoff. He's trying an onside kick. Bounced right off a London guy.
Might have got away from him, Zeke.
Northeastern recovers. That ball come right off of one of Northeastern's front lineman's chest, and Northeastern recovered.
There's room, but they're not going to let us know.
Yep, that was a fine kick by Northeastern. They bounced it right off of one of London's up men, and they recovered it, so Northeastern's going to have the ball on London's 48-yard line.
48-yard line.
Okay, we got Northeastern now with the ball on London's 48-yard line. London's going to have to stiffen up that middle. They're coming back in that middle. Nice tackle, nice tackle. Jackson made a nice tackle there. Gain of about 3 yards there. I look for that ball to go back across the other side with Hess running it back the other way. He hadn't touched the ball in a while. There you go. Got a wide sweep there.
There we go.
London's starting to meet him a little bit on the outside now. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 6.
Right there, Zeke, if they had had somebody turn that back in, London had good pursuit, he'd have got killed.
You know, it's just the case as the game progresses of changing up. You got to learn from what you do earlier, and London looks like these last couple of plays that they've learned some things. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. You know, I don't think we've seen Northeastern pass the ball yet, so let's keep an eye on that. Running that option play to Hess. Hess got outside. It's a 1st down.
Well, it stopped raining there, Zeke.
They're coming out in that T backfield again. You got London in that 6-3, and it's number 33 out here. All we got, Darby, is a lot of people overrunning the ball carrier. That's all we got. A lot of people overrun the ball carrier.
They got to put the hat on him. They got to wrap and bring him down on the first one.
Yeah, it's going to give Northeastern a 1st down on the 24-yard line. Yeah, all they're doing is changing up. They're giving the ball to Hess, and then they're giving the ball to number 33. Yeah, Northeastern's coming out in that T backfield again. I look for it to go back up the middle here to the fullback. Nice number 40, met by number 46 Robinson and number 59 Ron Myers.
And they got about 3 yards on that one there, Zeke.
Number 3, we'll call it 2nd and 7 now. Ball's at the 21-yard line.
Number 33 for Northeastern's Adam Phillips. He's been carrying that ball right along with Hess, and both of them look like they generate a lot of speed out there. We got 5 minutes, 18 seconds left to go in the 2nd quarter. The score, Northeastern 13, London 6. Northeastern hasn't varied from that T backfield. There goes Phillips again. He's into the secondary. Touchdown, Northeastern. Do the kicking again on the extra point. That was Phillips again for that touchdown. Ball's down. It's a fake. Got a guy open in the rear of the end zone. He dropped it. It was right in his hands. He dropped it. That gives the score Northeastern 19, London 6. Northeastern ready to kick off to London. Hess up to the ball, and he's trying another onside kick. We got Dorn carrying the ball. That's a nice pickup by Dorn. Taking over the ball on their own 48-yard line. Alexander under center. He's changing up counts there. There's a pitch out to Clerk. He's got to get outside. You know, he just needed one more block here, and he didn't get it, or he could have got a little bit better gain than that.
What I'm seeing a difference in this, Zeke, is their tackling.
Right.
We get people outside, somebody brings them down. We're having a problem bringing people down once they get outside like that.
And Zeke, instead of doing that quick pitch, why don't they go ahead and roll out that option? That whole side's open.
Well, they had some good blocking on the interior that time to get him outside, but then the pursuit caught up with him, and it's like Gary said, they're making good tackles. They're not just doing that one on this, one on that. There's that option play. Roger put on his speed that time, gain of about 10 yards. Has no need to panic. You know, they can put some points on that board. Yeah, we got wide out Hamilton here to the left. Run that fullback up the middle. Jackson up the middle.
There he goes.
Keep it going, DJ. Keep it going, DJ. Put your head down, DJ. Touchdown, London. All right, that was the old option play, handed to the fullback. You know, and everybody knows Jackson can handle the football. That makes the score 19-12 before the try for extra point. You know, that's
the point here. We've been having a lot of trouble with the snaps.
Just bad snaps, Gary. Just bad snaps. The holder's been trying to get it up there, but by the time he gets it up, the defense is in there.
That really puts a lot of pressure on your kicker, especially when you got a kicker, the caliber kicker we've got.
You know, on the field goal attempt, Clark did the best he could to get the ball off, but he just didn't have enough time. Yeah, we got it down, we got it up. It's good. That's going to make the score 19 Northeastern, 13 London.
You know, Zeke, that was a low snap also.
Well, you know, one thing too, guys. You've got an inexperienced holder in there. You remember last year Kahn did the holding. This is his first year to be in here in this varsity situation holding this football. We got Tobin ready to kick off. He's approaching the ball. He's kicking it deep.
That's pretty.
Boomed that one. Uh-oh.
There's trouble.
Doesn't look good again there, Zeke. Clark.
It's Dorn again. Dorn has to make the stop again after a great return.
Clark slowed him up just enough for Dorn to...
You know, everybody on that side outran the coverage that time. Actually, London's players was by the ball carrier, and they didn't come in to make the tackle.
Yep.
You know, they're killing themselves, fellas.
And that's one of the major parts of the game when you get to talking special teams.
You can win and lose a game right there in special teams.
Well, I don't think we're going to see anything different now, guys, the way Northeastern's been moving that football.
Oh, beautiful play.
You know, we had been talking earlier that we hadn't seen Northeastern throw a pass. You know, London looked like they was ready for that.
Josh Burns there on that sack.
He did make the sack because this man was out here by himself with nobody around him.
You know, Gary, we've talked and talked. You know, you got 3 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in the first half. You're up 19-13. Every time you touch the ball, you're picking up 7, 10, 20 yards. Then all of a sudden, you want to pass the football.
Talk to me.
You know, you got plenty enough time on that clock to run the football in for another score.
Right.
Now, you lose.
There it is.
You lose 8 yards on that last play, and then you turn right around and try to run the same play which you've been doing good on. You know, the only thing I think, Gary, is that's firing London up.
London thought they had a turnover then.
Josh Burns.
They got Josh Burns in there playing defense right now. He come up with the football after that play, but evidently the play had been blown dead. Straight T backfield, and they've got London in a little prevent action here. Dorn's getting out wide here. Oh, man. I tell you,
Clark finally pulled one down.
you know, all I'm seeing is they're trying to grab him by the legs. Instead of hitting him high and driving him, they're trying to grab him by the legs. Now, that's going to bring up fourth down and about 9. You know, I hope London goes in at halftime and talks this over. I look for Northeastern to take a penalty right now, fellas. Let this clock run down as far as you can. Take the penalty and then punt would be my idea. You know, they haven't been on the field to punt yet, and they don't know what the personnel's supposed to be out there. I think they are. I think they're going to go ahead and take the penalty. Yeah. Okay, we got delay a game on Northeastern.
Good call, Coach. And we got Hess punting also. This Hess kid does it all. I worked with his dad. He had an older brother that was really tough.
Back to kick, you got Roger Clerk and
Jackson, punt formation.
What number there, Zeke?
Number 24.
Kevin
Kevin Hauser back with Clerk. They let that ball down on about the 15-yard line. That's going to give London the ball on the 15 with a minute and 18 seconds left to go in the half. I think they need to loosen it up here and just take it on down the field.
Because it is moved west, it is 12 feet closer to the home stand than it's ever been before. For those from London, we apologize, it's 12 feet further away than it's ever been from here before.
Okay, you got London with a wide out to the right, Hamilton out, and you got Clerk running across Buck, back across the middle. Gain of about 8 yards. I think London has a couple timeouts left. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and take one. We'll bring up 2nd down and 4 with a minute and 8 seconds left to go in the quarter. Got Clerk in the slot formation to the right, I formation, Jackson at tailback, Robinson at fullback, Clerk in motion to the left. Going to have a little passing situation.
Oh!
Incomplete pass, had his hand going forward.
Pass 2.5.
Brings up 3rd down and about 4. Going to have a wide out Robinson to the right and Hamilton coming out here to the left. Jackson at fullback, Clerk at tailback. Just going to give it to Clerk up the middle. You know, he didn't get it. Second effort, he didn't get it.
But he sure stuck it up in there, Zeke.
London's going to have to punt that football. It's going to bring up 4th down and 2. Timeout Northeastern. Going to bring up punt formation for London. Clark Tobin set up.
And we got a
They got the rush on. Northeastern got the rush on.
Uh-oh.
He got it all. Fall down. Fall down.
44-yard line and allowed to roll.
I believe if he'd have fell down, Darby, we'd have got roughing the kicker out of that.
Absolutely.
That's something he's got to work on, his acting. You know, he's an all-state punter now. We got to get him to work on his acting.
And here comes Northeastern with Hess again out to the outside. He's got some room.
Oh, we got a penalty there. I think we must have had a clip or something on Northeastern.
Gets to the 36-yard line.
Got London in that prevent defense here. We got 34 seconds left to go in the first half. Northeastern 19, London 13. Got an I formation. That's a little different. Fullback straight up the middle.
Zeke right there, I have a problem with the prevent defense when they've been running the ball all over the place on you. And you pull it.
Well, as long as Northeastern doesn't have too many timeouts left and they want to run that ball up the middle, that's fine with me.
We got about 10 seconds left.
They're going to have to hurry to get this play off. I'd say a little Hail Mary this time, Gary. Yeah, that's the end of the first half with Northeastern 19, London 13. Second half here, London kicking off to Northeastern. Clark Tobin ready to kick off. He's approaching the ball, and it's off. He's kicked a little squib. It's loose. Can London get that ball up out of there? We got to wait till the pile up comes up. London's ball. London's football. Number 36.
Come on, Doug, get out of there, dude.
It didn't look like London took that ball because it looked like a Northeastern player had the ball. So that's tit for tat. Didn't they get one from us the first?
Rob Toller recovered that onside kick.
That's the way you come out and start the second half. Thank you.
Okay, hey, this is a great way. 11:56 in the quarter, only 4 seconds off the clock. Great way to start the second half. We got a little wing formation. Little fake, little pass to Jackson. Get head down, baby. Good run by DJ. He's still going. He's still going.
That's the way you run the football, Zeke.
That was a little flat pass out to DJ Jackson. He took that ball about 25 yards after the reception. He picks up a first down at the 10, 11-yard line. That was a great run, Darby.
It was a great call there, Zeke. No one was ready for that one.
You know, they come out in a different formation that we hadn't seen yet. They had a little wide out there to the left, only he was just kind of in a split formation. Okay, now they've got the wide out. We got Dorn split out to the left and Hamilton to the right. Jackson at fullback. Give to Clerk right off the left side. Gain of about 4-yard line, down to about the 8.
We'll pick up a 4 on the play, so it'll come up 2nd and 6 now. Judge Perkins defensively for the Jets makes the stop.
Okay, this score right here could put London right back where they want to be, because, you know,
back on top.
Well, you get a quick score here, and that's going to build your confidence too.
Well, anytime you can come out the start of the second half and put the ball across the first time you have the football, that's what you want to do. Okay, he's got Jackson at tailback now, Robinson at fullback, Clerk wide to the right, and Hamilton wide to the left. He gives it to Jackson.
Oh, he's got
Jackson, touchdown, Jackson! We got a penalty flag. We got a penalty flag. Hold on, fellas. Illegal procedure, London.
London come out fired up now.
And the way this game's going, Zeke, that shouldn't have surprised anybody.
You know, the first half, last time London had the ball down in Northeastern territory, we had 2 illegal procedures called.
That's right.
You know, London's using a lot of different personnel tonight, changing up and things, and maybe they're just having trouble getting up to the line of scrimmage.
Now, Zeke, for London to get a first down here, they're going to have to put this on the nose of the goal line.
So we'll bring up 2nd down and 12. They're going to run Jackson again.
Same thing.
Nice cutback. He picked up 2 yards initially and then got knocked back.
By Jason Wild, linebacker.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 10.
Justin Reed on the play. Stop the ball at the...
You know, Zeke, Clark was out there talking to one of the refs there. I don't know what he was talking about. Did you see what happened there?
Well, I believe what they did was they called that procedure on Clerk. He split out wide that last time, and I don't think he was up on the line of scrimmage is why it was called. Okay, we got I formation with a wide out both sides. We got a rollout. We got that play to Jackson. Jackson, touchdown Jackson. That was that fake to Jackson up the middle. He just rolled out into the flats. No flags this time, Darby. No flags.
Isn't that amazing?
You know, DJ kind of put a little salt in the wound there. He ran over number 33 there in the end zone.
Or do we kick? Is Tobin going to get a shot at this?
Oh, they got Tobin out there, Gary. Getting ready to line him up. He's drying the ball off this time. You know, that just goes to show you how versatile DJ is. Right. He not only runs the football, but he's also, thank you, Wendell, he's also a very capable pass receiver. Ball down, Tobin up, kick good.
The Tobin.
The score with 9 minutes, 58 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. London 20, Northeastern 19. Thank you for bringing me a cup of coffee tonight. Okay, we got London lined up. You guys notice where Clerk is and Toller is on this kickoff team? They're right beside the football, fellas. That's something new. Maybe they're going to try this onside kick again. Yes, they are. You know, a lot of times we see that kick get caught by one of them up men, and they return it pretty decent.
Yep.
I didn't see anybody do it any better than that kicker down at Hillsborough last week.
Amen, Gary.
That ball did the almost exact same thing every time he kicked the ball.
Well, Zeke, it looked like there that they put up that kangaroo kickoff return. It looks like they had a lot of small numbers up there on that front line.
Right. Okay, we got Northeastern coming out in that T formation. I don't look for them to change up too much this second half. They moved that ball pretty well on the ground that first half. We got somebody lined up in the neutral zone. Procedure Northeastern. You know, we got some positive signs here the second half, fellas.
Things are looking our way so far.
You know, Zeke, that number 3, Josh Burns, there he's been stepping up a little bit tonight, it seems.
You know, they've got to have somebody on defense. Somebody on defense.
Good play.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful play.
DJ Jackson come through there unmolested. Made that stop about 4 yards in the backfield.
That's a good tackle.
About the 43-yard line.
He's coming off the field for some reason.
It looks like DJ got a stinger there in his left arm. That's where you just get hit and the numbness goes into your arm. I think that's all that is a stinger.
Jesse Langley replaced him.
Dr. Zeke. Zeke does it all. He trains them, he stings them, jukes them and jakes them.
Yeah, we got T, and they're bringing out Hesta wide outside.
Come on! Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Got one man between him. Alexander. He juked Alexander. Oh, touchdown, Hess. No flags down.
Couldn't get it. No tackling. All the way down.
63-yard touchdown then for Brad Hess.
I didn't see nothing after we got so far. We're kind of at a disadvantage here, folks. We're inside a tent, and Carl wasn't able to pick up the touchdown part of it. We got it part of the way down the field.
Good excuse. I tell you what, we got to give our cameraman a hand. I'll tell you what. We sometimes get to be in the booth, but Carl 9 out of 10 times got to be in the weather all year round.
Might be able to set that camera down another step.
And the reason that Carl does the camera, because he's too ugly to be on camera.
Oh! You know, one thing about that, all that was Brad Hess getting outside, and he just showed his speed, and that's all it was. Northeastern tried to go for 2 there on the extra point. The quarterback rolled out to the right, and he was stopped by Nathan Dorn. That makes the score Northeastern 25, London 20. 9:05 left to go in the third quarter. Now you got Northeastern kicking off to London. They're going to kick it long. They faked London totally out. That ball is going to go in the end zone as a touchback. That was Hess got, see the wind's coming from that direction. Hess got a nice kickoff that time. Yeah, we're going to see a seesaw game here. London takes a little time to score their touchdowns. Northeastern don't take too much time to score theirs.
That first touchdown London didn't take much time on that onside kick.
You know, they got 3 minutes have gone by here in the third quarter, and we've already had 2 touchdowns. Yeah, we got Jackson. He's back in there at fullback, so evidently it must have just been a stinger he got there on defense. Running that option play. Clerk outside. He needs 1 block. Looks like a gain of about 10 yards.
To about the 29-yard line.
Hey, they're going to say he got 9 yards out of that. It's going to bring up second down and about 1. You know, one thing we do need to run some time off that clock. It don't hurt London to make a sustained drive. You got Robinson out here to the right and Hamilton split out left. I formation, Jackson and Clerk. Jackson up the middle. First down, DJ Jackson. First down, London.
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't run the left side there, Zeke, to get them some room to run that little pass over here again. They've run it twice for some big yards.
You know, Alexander's been pretty good on that little dump out in the flats. That's been nice passing, nice running by DJ. Alexander just the option play to Clerk. Looks like he lost about 4 yards that time. Northeastern had that covered real well that time. Hey, we still got some pretty adverse weather up here. We got winds of about 20-25 miles an hour. Every now and then we're still getting rain blowing sideways here. Okay, we're going to bring Robinson out wide here to the right, and Hamilton split to the left. Jackson at fullback, Clerk tailback. Almost a drop pass there. Slant play, Robinson. It might be close to a first down here. Going to bring up third down and about 1.
That pass was right on the money, too.
About 15 yards on the play before he brought down. Official timeout on the field for measurement.
Robinson put his head down there and tried to get that extra yard. They're going to bring in the sticks to see if he made it. Yeah, that was one of them passes that we hadn't seen yet this year, that slant pass.
Comes up short by 8.5 inches on the play. Third down.
The field announcer here just said that's short by 8.5 inches. I hope he's got better eyes than we do. Of course, one thing he's got and we don't is a building to sit in. There we got a T formation with a slot to the right. Alexander quarterback sneak.
He should have made that one of these.
Picks up about 3 yards on the play as he crosses the 40.
Okay, that gives London first down. It looks like we might have to get the security out here. We got some rowdy kids out here in front of us here.
Yeah, I know down at Hillsboro, they come up giving us a football and had stopped the kids from doing all this stuff.
You know, it's a little hard to watch a football game and have kids running all over the place.
Distracting.
Get a little crossbuck back to Jackson to the left. He's outside. Fine block. Fine block. One man to beat. One out of bounds. Knocked him out of bounds on about the 27-yard line. No flags down. I don't know who got that crackback block out there. Did one of you guys get it?
No, I didn't see it, but I seen the block. It was pretty. The first thing come to my mind is somebody's going to clip. Yeah, that turned out being a really good block.
I thought Taylor Hamilton there was going to throw a block, and so he scared me there.
You know, we're seeing a pretty nice offensive game so far, guys.
Teams are pretty well matched up, pretty evenly matched.
We got Clerk coming to the outside. You know, one thing, we get our guys out wide out in the open, and they get tackled. Northeastern gets their guys wide out, and we don't tackle.
Official timeout on the field.
You know, I've been watching number 10, Brad Hess, play defense. You know, he's an awful cocky type ball player out there. Him and Tyler Hamilton was in the end zone that time, 30 yards downfield away from everybody else, and he got up chest bumping Tyler Hamilton back there.
He's cocky anyway. I know. I work with his father, and I've known the kid for quite a few years. That's why I thought he was a senior, because he's got a brother that played a couple years ago, a few years back, and went on to college to play. So he's a feisty little devil.
But we had an injury time out there, number 82 for Northeastern, a little shaken up after the play, but he's up and he's running off the field. And I see the deputy sheriffs are over here now, Gary, kind of quieting down this feisty young crowd here.
Which very well they should be.
Okay, we got a split formation with a slot over to the left. Going to run that pitch out here to Clerk. He only got a gain of about 1 yard. You know, London's pulling a tackle and pulling the tight end on that play, and they're still not getting any blocking out here for Clerk.
Or the tackle and tight end getting out there quick enough.
Well, they're ahead of the play, but Northeastern evidently is shedding them off there to make that tackle. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. Got a wide out both ways. Jackson at fullback. Nice pass. He let that ball come into his shoulder pads, Gary.
Should have been caught.
You never let that ball hit your pads. You catch it with your hands.
Nice pass, Jose. Nice pass.
You know, I've noticed
I
Jarrett.
don't think he expected the bullet to come that hard.
You know, I noticed
That pass was shot.
Jarrett's starting to act a little bit more relaxed back there throwing that football. I think that's a pretty good sign.
Well, you're going to find that, you know, first 2 teams we run into were buzzsaws. He didn't have time to do anything. Now with we're pretty evenly matched teams, and that makes a big difference.
We got a penalty on the play. That play was called dead before it even started, so it really didn't make any difference how wide open he was. Let's see what the call is here. If that's legal procedure London. Yeah, that's 4 times now we've had procedure called on us at a crucial time in the game.
I'll tell you what, they felt like they got homered when they came to London. They felt they got homered real bad. So I'm sure a lot of our people are feeling like this is a makeup thing, but I don't know. It very well could be, you know, legitimate calls.
It's always been tough to play over in Springfield, Gary. For some reason, the officiating over here.
Oh, he launched that one.
Touchdown! Touchdown, Roger Clark! You know, Gary,
Was that a Carter play, a catch there?
it was either one of them Carters or one of them Colorado desperate passes. But you know, I noticed after that play was over, a couple of the Northeastern guys
Helped him up.
running over to the official though, like something was wrong again. You know, it looks like Northeastern's trying to beg for a few things
I
here.
also watched a couple of Northeastern players help Clark up after he made that catch. But you know, Clark makes them impossible catches.
I'll tell you what, he went in.
Thinks he's Dion.
He went in between 2 guys that time and took the ball away from him. You know, Roger only runs about 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah.
Made an exceptional catch between. Now London's going to go for 2 now, which is very wise because that'll put them up by 3. Hey, we got Robinson coming out here wide. We got too much time on the extra point.
Penalty marker down prior to the snap. Delay of game is the call against London.
What do you think about these calls, Zeke?
Well, you know, really it's not bad. If you're going to throw for the extra point, it's not
want a little
bad.
more room.
Right, that gives them a little bit more room to maneuver out there. You know, the thing of it is, though, London is not in sync yet. They're not getting the right personnel on the field, and they're not lining up correctly.
We're out of coffee, man.
There it is. It's about 42 degrees out, raining and wind blowing, and they ran out of coffee.
Yeah. Juan Valdez is somewhere.
All right, we got, that's that slant pass. Gandy, 2! Gandy, only a sophomore, makes a super one-handed catch. And he throws the ball to the referee. That makes it London 28, Northeastern 25.
Gandy, huh? Or Gandy.
Derek Gandy. Derek Gandy, sophomore.
Gandy.
You know, I've been watching him grow up, come up through junior high.
Did he play for you, too?
No, Gary, he didn't play for me, but
Oh, darn.
You coached him.
he's always been a real good ball player, a very coachable kid, got 2 of the nicest parents.
Very disciplined kid, too.
Right, and I love to see a kid that come along and do this well. You know, it's got the London sidelines fired up. I hope the London defense is fired up. Yeah,
This is scary.
we got Tobin back to kick. You know, whatever they do, Gary, whether they kick it long or kick it short, Northeastern's been coming up with real good field position.
Tobin They'll be kicking off for London. Team to receive, number 33 Phillips, number 10 Hess for Northeastern.
Got Tobin ready to kick off. He's approaching the ball. He's taking a squib kick this time. We got a little muff back there. Okay, fine. We got him inside the 30-yard line.
29-yard line.
That was good coverage and a good kick.
By Chris Balloon.
You know, anytime you keep them inside the 30-yard line, that's where you're supposed to do it.
See, this is Northeastern. Northeastern's worst field position besides when London missed the field goal, isn't it?
Yeah, and actually this gives London a chance to see. They got to put some defensive pressure on.
They're going to put some pressure on that Hess because the boy can flat out fly.
And Northeastern in a T formation, they're not changing a thing, and they're running Hess to the outside. Nice tackle. Robinson in on that tackle, and Josh Burns come in to make sure. You know, London's out there celebrating. I hope they aren't a little too premature there. They've still got 4 minutes and 23 seconds left to go in the third quarter and a whole fourth quarter.
Second and 14.
Score 25-28, London at the helm.
You know, I sit around and I look around the ballpark here, and we got a fine crowd. It just doesn't look like they're sitting in the stands. They're all around the ball field.
Yeah, it is. About the way London does.
Hey, we got a crossbuck back across. Another fine defensive. You got Brad Rutherford in there. Mays in there on that stop. Robinson in on that stop. Nathan Dorn, Jackson.
Sounds like a gaggle.
I leave that to you and Darby to talk that gaggle.
London's getting real good penetration.
No gain that time. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 15. You know, that's something rare. We haven't had them 3rd down and 15. London's a little fired up here. They're running Hess off of this side. Oh, yeah. Fine play.
Half a gaggle.
London is getting great penetration defensively right down there.
London woke up.
You got Ron Myers and Pat Gosser in on that tackle. Number 58, number 59. That was fine stop.
We got some people that have stepped up, and they're starting to show a little bit of leadership. We got a Claire over here holding his head. Number 44, who's that?
That's Corey Such. Number 44 is Corey Such. You got Clerk back deep, Hauser back with him.
Good punt. The ball.
They're going to let it roll. It's going to roll out of bounds on about the 40-yard line. London's going to get some good field position this time, Gary.
London will have it 1st and 10 from their own 40.
You know, it looked like London wasn't ready for that punt. They looked like they weren't up on the line of scrimmage yet. London's starting out with good field position with 2 minutes and 36 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. You know, it might be, Gary, that London's size and ability starting to overpower Northeastern's offensive line.
That could be true, and also, like I say, he's made some changes in his offensive, so that's going to make a difference soon. We get Maxwell back, that's going to make another big difference.
Hey, Jackson for about 2 off the left side.
Moves into the middle of the line for a pickup of 3 on the play. Defensively, Nick Offenbarger makes the stop along with Jed Perkins. 3-yard pickup will make it 2nd and 7. Now the line of scrimmage will be the 43-yard line.
We got right at 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. London leading 28-25. 2nd and 7.
We got Robinson split out wide one way and Hamilton this way. Going to run Jackson back to the left. Nice spin move.
Oh, whoa.
He gained about 5 yards there. He made a nice spin move, and then he got popped when he got back around again. Yeah, we got 3rd down and 2. You know, actually, we're in 2-down territory here. He ought to be able to pick up 2 yards with 2 downs to go here. Clock running down to 1:28 right now in the 3rd quarter. that's what London's got to do, move the ball, run the time off the clock. There you got Clerk, gain of about, I'll take that back, that's Jackson on that carry.
Jackson.
Gain of about 4.
Jackson was the ball carrier, picked up the first down at the 45-yard line.
I'm trying to check out the personnel out there. We got Clerk back in there now at tailback. Yeah, it still looks like, Gary, that the wideouts aren't for sure where they're supposed to be. They're turning around asking each other where they're supposed to be. Roger outside, penalty flag, probably holding on the outside out there, Gary.
That flag went down pretty quick.
Inside the 45, about the 43-yard line.
To the right wasn't set yet. They snapped the ball.
Holding.
Yep, got holding on London.
The call against London.
Tyler Hamilton wasn't quite over here and set up. He was looking at the referee when he snapped the ball.
I don't think they're in sync yet as far as who's going to be wide out and who's going to be the slot man. Bringing Dorn back in, brought Robinson out.
Well, they got new people. You know, Clerk was the wideout, him and Hamilton.
Moves the ball back.
So now we got new people moved in those positions. And like you say, most of these kids have been playing over the years, but most of them are in different positions, and that's going to take a little time to get used to these new positions. Here we got another situation.
Right. You got Jackson over to the left. Brought down there after a gain of about 5.
That's first and 24.
Yeah.
Second
and 14.
He picked up quite a few yards on that, didn't he?
It gained 14 yards because it was first and 29 is what they.
They're not going to get another snap off here.
The end of the third quarter.
The end of the third quarter. London 28, Northeastern 25.
Well, as we change into the field, going into the fourth quarter, London leading 28-25.
Second down and 15.
Bring up second down and 15. London's got that slot over to the right here with the wideout. He's booting this way. He's going deep. He's got Gandy wide open and overthrew him.
Oh, there was a lot of leg tangle down there.
We'll bring up a third and 15 out from the London 49-yard line.
That's that play we saw him run last year with Dwyer taking that ball down the middle there. Gandy was open. It was just the pass was a little overthrown.
Did Dwyer run quite that far to make the catch, though? That was a good 30 to 40 yards.
That's going to bring up
35 yards.
Third down and about 15. And they're lost again out here.
We got either too many men or not enough, or somebody's wrong.
Had to take a timeout. London has to take a timeout.
Timeout on the field requested by London.
We don't know. Evidently, London doesn't know who's supposed to be on the field on certain plays.
And like we said, it's new. There's been some player changes, and everybody's like in new positions. So it's going to take time. We still got 7 more games after this. After we win this.
Bring up third down and 15. London just coming out of a timeout. Look for that ball be thrown down the middle.
Alexander got the pass.
We got another illegal procedure penalty on London.
It's thrown dead.
On London, that's going to bring up third down and 20.
Third and 20 now. Ball last turn to the 45-yard line.
Okay, we got Gandy lined up tight end over here to the left. We got Clerk in a slot formation. We got Hamilton wide out. He's going to go deep. He's smothered. He's smothered. Jared Alexander smothered in the backfield. Going to bring up 4th down and about 25.
37-yard line.
Somebody forgot to block, I think, Zeke.
Well, they came straight up the middle, Gary. That's a letdown in that pass blocking. So it's going to bring up 4th down and 28. You got Clark Tobin into punt. He's got a nice wind with him. Clark kicks pretty well here.
He's due to get one off. Here comes the rush.
Get it off. Okay, he got a nice kick off.
Got a return here.
At the 25-yard line.
Uh-oh, he's coming back this way.
Trouble.
He's going to take it all the way unless Dorn makes a stop.
Beautiful fake. And it's a touchdown.
Got a touchdown on the return.
75 yards.
I don't see any flags on the play.
There's a good peelback block on that play, too.
Zeke, I seen that hole opening up. I'm afraid if we cut it back, there was a lot of daylight over there.
You know,
It's a high-scoring game.
London had the coverage back there. That was Adam Phillips for Northeastern with about a 70-yard punt return.
That's just some smart running. You look and see the walls there, but nothing. It's not working.
That makes the score before the try for point 31. Northeastern 28 London. We got Hess back to try the point after. Bad snap, blocked at the line of scrimmage. That makes the score 31-28 Northeastern with 10 minutes 46 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. Yeah, it just shows you how quickly momentum changes. You know, we were just talking about the 2 backs of Northeastern being capable ball carriers.
Yeah. And either one of them can break one at any time. We've seen that all night tonight.
You know, you're going to have to look at the films tomorrow, Sunday, whenever Coach watches these things, and he's going to see that the lanes are breaking down on the kickoffs and on the punts. The men aren't staying in their lanes.
And it's a new ball game for most of these kids. Most of these kids played reserve, and granted they was beating everybody when they were playing reserve, but you know, when you beat everybody like that and then you run up against somebody that's pretty good, varsity's a whole new ball game. Look for a squibber here.
Yeah, he's having trouble keeping it on the tee right now, Garrett, the way this wind's blowing.
Yeah, we got, what, 100-mile-an-hour wind?
That's why my hair's all back.
Yeah, mine too.
Hey, got Clerk back deep with Jackson back to give him a hand here. Got some sure hands guys in the middle. Yeah, he's kicking it deep. It's coming to Clerk.
Up at the 11-yard line by Clerk.
And he was cracked hard.
Brings it back to the 25-yard line. So that was good coverage by Northeastern.
He's brought down by Cole Barker and Jay Gladman. As he returns the ball.
You know, we've moved DJ to fullback, but he's still running the ball almost the same as if he were tailback.
Yeah, DJ's running that thing majority of time and looking real good.
I think the problem of it was when DJ's back at tailback, he isn't hitting the hole as quick when that hole. He's got that couple step advantage up there where he's at, and that, I think that's making the difference.
Okay, now they got Jackson back here at tailback with Robinson running fullback. You know, you got your fullback running ahead of Jackson on a power play to the left, and 2 guys run right by him and made the stop in the backfield for about a yard loss.
For the minor scrimmage will be. So it'll be 2nd and 11 now for Monday.
It's a little hard. They still don't know what they're doing out there. They're hesitant on lining up.
Back to pass. His pass is in.
Nice catch. Roger Clerk made a nice jumping catch. You know who he reminds me of a little bit on these catches? Guy used to play for the Steelers named Lynn Swan.
Swan, yeah. But I tell you what, you get used to going up like that, and you can end up getting hurt pretty bad too.
Well, you got to sell out. Right now you're behind 31-28. You got to sell out. You know, his body's got all next week to heal. Okay, and they see now they move Roger back out there to wide receiver, and he's showing why he can play both. Jackson on a sweep, cut back in the middle, gain of about 7 yards there.
Yeah, Zeke, that might be one of the reasons why they're having so much confusion, because they're already moving them around a lot.
Well, you know, it's a new situation for these players. Last week before, they had a set 11 out on that field most of the time.
Here we got a Northeastern player down.
It looks like cramps, Gary. When they start working on your leg like that, it's usually cramps. Got an official injury timeout here. He's up running off the field. DJ picked up 5 yards that time. I formation, Jackson at tailback. Clerk wide out here.
Jackson about there. He's dropped to a loss.
And they didn't fool anybody on that play.
You know, Gary, I'm looking out the middle of London's line. They're 4 or 5 yards down the field. Northeastern's 4 or 5 yards into the backfield making a tackle.
42-yard line. So a loss of 4 on the play. Make it third down now, 3rd and 9.
But take it back to the drawing board.
Well, I think you're going to see
Straighten that out.
Jackson go back to fullback.
Yeah, that negated that
Could be wrong.
that first down run of DJ's. Now it brings up 3rd down and 9. Clerk wide out to the right. Hamilton wide here to the left. He's throwing that up to Roger. He's got it. He's got one man to beat.
And
It's going to be a
he's
touchdown. No blocks, no penalties. Touchdown, London. That was a 60-yard touchdown pass, Roger Clerk.
You know, that pass is, every time he throws to Roger, he underthrows him a little bit. Roger stops and pitches the ball and takes off.
Yeah. Roger can flat out fly. I think he's a 4-4 man.
You know, the thing of it is, Gary, it looked to me like the defensive back didn't even know where Roger was. Roger was, it's like Darby said, stopped, come back, got the ball, and then took off again. The back wasn't nowhere to be seen.
And we got a score of 34-31. Staying interesting.
Well, this point here, if Clark makes this point here, it puts us up by 4. So that's out of field goal range.
There.
No good.
No good. Off
No
to the
good.
right.
Wide right.
I don't know. I think some referees need some glasses, because I thought it looked good for me.
Darby
We know you need glasses.
Darby trying to look through this 10 here, and I don't know, Darby, it looked a little closer to me. That referee was running out there before Clark kicked it and was waving it off.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought, too.
Now, you don't hear me side with Darby too much, but I think that was a little closer than
Thank you, Zeke.
than that referee put it. Yeah, had an injury a little while ago to the Northeastern guy. Must have been a little bit more serious than we thought. They've got the ambulance on the other side of the field.
Well, let's hope he's okay. Nothing serious. We don't want anything to happen to any ball player.
Hey, it's been a seesaw battle here in the second half. London 34, Northeastern 31. You know, we're starting to think whoever touches that ball last might be the one coming out a winner.
That's the way it looks, don't it? We're looking at 60 points on the scoreboard there.
I'll tell you, that 34 is more than London scored in 2 games.
It's more than scored in 3 games, because last year they didn't Hamilton bait and shut them out.
We got a wind blowing so hard it took the ball off the tee. I'd like to see Clark just put his toe into this baby and drive it out of the end zone. There's no sense letting them have a return.
That was kind of a pun there, wasn't it?
He's got the wind with him, so he ought to be able to drive that ball out of sight.
With this wind blowing, all you have to do is kick it up in the air. It's going to go through the wind.
End up on Route 40.
You know, one thing about Clark, though, he doesn't need to win. He kicks off well. We just got to give him the chance to kick it off. There you go. He's kicking it deep. That's where you want it. Hess has got that ball on the 1 yard line.
Hess is dangerous.
He's coming up this side. We got somebody stepped up that time. Rob Toller stepped up, made a nice open field tackle.
It kind of slowed this Hess down the last two series, so he's due. Be careful. Watch the Hess boy. 34-31, 8:02 left in the game. London leading by 3. And Darby's over here going, he's having a fit. I don't know what's the matter with him.
Northeastern's going to take that ball over on their own 15-yard line. Must have been a penalty on that play, Gary. They're marking off something.
The Jets will have it 1st and 10. They'll be going from their own 5-yard line.
Got a good shot of cheerleaders going through their emotions. This is something new for London. They've got sweats on.
Had some type of penalty there on Northeastern that took the ball back to the 5-yard line. So that's going to give Northeastern starting out on their own 5.
Come on now, watch the big play.
And they're still in that T formation. They're not changing up anything. Running Hess off that left side. Excuse me, that was Phillips off of that left side.
The 8-yard line. Where he's stopped by Pete Robinson and Josh Burns.
Josh Burns, Pete Robinson in on that tackle.
About a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9. Northeastern coming up in T formation. It's just that handoff to that side. Hess cutting back through the middle. He got one man to beat.
Here he comes. It's him and Clerk.
He got Roger Clerk. He's cutting back in. Clerk run him out of bounds. Gain of about 35. Takes the ball to the 42 of London.
What I think those beatbacks, they're waiting on the running back to come to them instead of them going after him, and he's juking them and losing them.
You know, the thing I'm noticing is, Darby, is London's coming over and stopping the initial hole, and then the back's cutting back, and our pursuit, our pursuit is overrunning the ball carrier.
Didn't I just get through saying that Hess was due? They stopped him that last series, so he was due for another good run.
We got the Phillips back across. Jackson and Dorn in on that tackle. You know, I don't know if you guys are seeing the thing. It just looks like London is not tackling the body. They're going for the legs every time.
It'll be 2nd and 9. The line of scrimmage will be.
And if those legs keep moving, it's kind of hard. Like you say, you got to get material. It's a material thing.
You know, you got to drive through their shoulder pads is where you need to make that tackle up on the line of scrimmage. T formation. Hess out to the outside. You got Burns out there. Burns held him up long enough to get some defense out there. That was nice. Corey Such in on that tackle out there. Burns held him up. Roger Clerk was out there on that tackle.
Josh Burns.
He probably picked up about 5 yards on that.
We'll bring up 3rd down and about 4.
5 on the play, so we'll bring a 3rd down and 4 now.
The clock's running. That's one good thing, fellas. The clock's moving.
Carl's over fighting his tent.
3rd down, about 4. Northeastern still in that T formation. This is that good old-fashioned football, fellas. Sweep.
And a good
Come on, fellas.
All
right. I tell you what broke up that play. Jackson made a real nice charge there and disrupted the play. And then you had Pete Robinson come in. And who's the big guy? Brad Rutherford getting off that pile. But DJ's the one that broke up that play.
I tell you what, he made that running back made a beautiful juke move to elude that first tackle.
It's going to bring up 4th down and 5. Northeastern's going to go for it. The ball's setting on London's 36-yard line. London players are wanting everybody to get up and scream here and yell. Only Northeastern's getting up and screaming, yelling, and they don't know that that's hurting the quarterback here.
Get him, get him.
He's open, he's open. He dropped it, he dropped it. That's twice Northeastern's guy's been wide open and dropped the football.
And London ought to come right back with the long pass to Clerk.
You know one thing about it, Gary?
First play.
He was so wide open.
He couldn't believe it.
But the ball was underthrown, so he had to make kind of like a diving catch for it. Roger actually had pretty good cover, but the pass was thrown short.
Yeah.
Okay, now that was great. London made a great defensive stand when they had to. We got official timeout for equipment here. 5:04 left to go in the fourth quarter. London 34, Northeastern 31.
About due for Hamilton to come up with something.
You're going to see a lot of DJ Jackson here.
I would say I'd start running that ball. And that wasn't hard to call, was it, Darby? Jackson outside. Jackson's got some room. Oh, my goodness. They ain't going to get him. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Jackson. No penalty flags. No penalty flags.
You go, boy.
65-yard touchdown, DJ Jackson.
Who called that one? I did. And that's 40-31.
Yeah, I was telling you guys there was 5:04 left on the clock. That took about 12 seconds to run it, but it was all Jackson.
Jackson looked like he did in the reserve game.
That makes the score London 40, Northeastern 31 before the point after.
We need this.
That'll put us up by 10, Gary. That'll need...
Get a good snap and a good hold and give Tobin a chance to show his stuff.
3 out of 5 so far this year.
It's down, it's up.
It's up and it ought to be good.
It's good.
That one hit the flagpole, so they couldn't hardly...
Score London 41, Northeastern 31 with 4 minutes 52 left to go in the fourth quarter. Clark Tobin back to kick off. I hope he kicks it deep again, guys.
Kick it out on Route 40, Clark.
All right, that's a hard line drive, and he touched it. And it's free ball back here.
And it's trouble.
We got a clip right there, only the referee didn't see it. He's open again. Hey, get him down! He's still going. This Hess boy is something else. He's cut crossfield. He's tired now, though.
Hey!
He just completely run out of gas, Gary.
Unbelievable! He ran 100 yards. He just might be hurt. He's not getting up too fast.
He got that ball on about the 3-yard line, ran it back to the 37.
That's the lineman in it.
Ran it back to the 37. He just ran out of gas.
They better hold the squad. They might have another one.
Another one of the Northeastern guys hurt. You know, Hess made another fine run there. He just ran out of gas on about the 36-yard line there. It was an amazing run.
Breaking tackles.
You know, when you guys...
It's not that big.
When you guys see this thing on tape delay, you're going to be really impressed with this Hess boy.
He impressed us last year. He's just a good athlete. For no bigger than he is, that's what blows your mind.
Yeah, London's got to work on that tackling, Gary. That arm tackling, that trying to take the ball out of the guy's hand. You know, we should have had him back there on about the 10-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Jets now.
They're still in that T formation, guys. Oh, it's a reverse to Hess. Reverse to Hess.
And they're waiting on him.
Nice, good tackle. Nice open field tackle.
That Clerk? Fumble. Did we get it?
Yeah, Roger Clerk, open field tackle, fumble.
He got it.
Right there, Zeke. That was
it looked like Clerk made that tackle, but I'm not sure.
Boy, that was a hit. I lost the football on that one.
I seen everything, but that was a hit. I think Clerk, not Ron Meyer.
Clerk made the hit and caused the fumble, and Ron Myers recover.
Is London back, or are they back?
Well, they're feeling it, Gary. They're feeling what it feels like.
Like I said, after last week's game, we got 8 more games. Those 2 toughies might have made us tougher.
Well, you know, one thing you got to do is you got to bounce back. After a defeat, you got to bounce back. London's showing some real good signs of coming back on offense. They still need to do some things on defense.
The one thing you know that you can't get better playing teams that are weaker teams than you are.
Hey, we got
Wrong way.
Jackson for a carry, loss of about a yard. Right now, we need to run that clock, but we need to pick up first downs.
Harry Gladman helping Justin Reed make the stop.
And we lost a yard that time. 2nd and 11. 3:56 to go in the game, with London leading by 10 points, 41-31.
You know, Gary, it's hard for me to think that you let Hess run that kickoff back. We saw him run out of gas, and then the very next play run him on a reverse. I think that may have been a wrong call if I'd have been coaching.
There you go, coaching.
It's in my blood. There you go. Clerk up the middle. Now, that's a nice gain. That was a nice change up.
And another defensive player is not getting up too quick.
Woo. You know, we've got a 10-point lead here, clock running, ball inside the 30-yard line. You know, we are within Tobin's range in case we need to get him up on the board.
3rd and 3.
Always the first game that it's cold, you always get everything hurts.
I know.
Here we got Hamilton and Robinson out wide. Clerk back at tailback. Jackson's running the fullback. Clerk up the middle for no gain.
Nothing doing there. As Martin would say, nothing doing.
Going to bring up 4th down and about 2.
Bring him in. Nope.
I just don't think they're that confident with the snapper and the holder to take that chance. Plus, you got a strong wind going across the field.
Well, we got 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. 4th down and 2. London's moving up under the ball, going to go for it. Jackson at fullback and Clerk at tailback. Alexander taking the snap. Offsides.
Offside.
You know, Gary, I've been wondering when he was going to change that up. Been wondering. That was a sweet call.
Is that a baby? Is that one of those deals where a kid has to carry a baby around all the
Take him
time?
everywhere.
I believe
Take them everywhere.
I believe that's what we got there, Gary. That was awful cold for that baby to have that bald head stuck
I
out
seen
there.
him come up through there earlier, and I said, I can't believe they got that baby out, you know. And if that is the situation where they're doing this, the baby should be covered up too.
I would think.
Okay,
You get him, Gary.
London got a first down there on a penalty, so we're doing what we need to do here.
Getting penalties.
Go,
There goes Clerk up the middle. Touchdown, Roger Clerk.
We're just making a mockery of this game now.
That was a
47-31.
15-yard touchdown run right up the middle by Roger Clerk.
It took them a while to get going, but once they got going, hey, we got 7 more wins to get.
You know, one thing this does show the people, Gary, that we can put points on the scoreboard.
And I'm so glad,
You know, this is,
because I was beginning to wonder there for a while.
this kind of reminds me of back in Miami's days of when they used to score 50 and give up 40. They have to score that many to win the ball game.
Lose it, baby. There it goes.
All right,
That's good. Tobin's kick got on Route 40 again.
London 48, Northeastern 31 with 1 minute and 50 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter.
There's a big jam up on Route 40. A deer just got hit by a football. What was that?
Don't give up your day job, please.
It's all about fun, man.
Okay.
It's all about fun. Have some fun.
Well, you know, I think London's having some fun now, Gary. They finally put some points up on that board, and they got a nice 17-point lead here.
I believe we can say we got a win now.
Something to feel good about. Something for this London team to feel good about, and something for all the fans of London to feel good about.
Probably one of the best things that I've seen, which makes me feel a lot better, is London's not playing the greatest, because they seem a little confused, and they still put 48 points up on the board tonight. I mean, if they get that all straightened out, who knows what they can do.
It's giving them something to work on. That you know.
Well, like we said before, when you play good teams, you can't help but get better. And that's probably a plus coming out of those first 2 games.
Well, you know, they're playing a real tough team here in Northeastern. Northeastern down the road is going to give some teams in their league a hard way to go. Tobin kicking off. He's squibbing it.
It's a squibber, and it's a high bounce.
Well, he's keeping it away from Hess, Gary.
Taken by Cole Barker. Line of scrimmage, the 32-yard line.
Hey, it's not time for the defense to fall asleep. Still got a lot of things to work on here.
As Darby leaves the stands.
All right, there you go. We got another loss back there, tackle for a loss.
And goes to Brad.
You got Corey Such back there, Josh Burns, Chad.
Hey, it's a great feeling when you got points on the board and you're winning.
With a minute 25 left, you can get real pumped.
Your attitude changes tremendously.
It's a heck of a game.
And we put this 10 up, and ever since we put the 10 up, it didn't rain.
You got Ron Myers was
But
in on that
cold
tackle.
out there, I'm telling you. That air is kicking.
You've had London score
Yeah.
35 points the second half. London's put on that scoreboard.
Well, London always was a second half team for the last 3 or 4 years.
Hey, it's a run for no gain.
If you can remember, they used to put up for fourth quarter, you about have to throw up 4 fingers. Fourth quarter, this is our quarter.
But, you know, 35 points the second half. That's a lot of offense, Gary.
We can still go undefeated in the league.
13 now. The line of scrimmage is the 30-yard
Well,
line.
one thing we can look at it, Gary. We've played 2 tough opponents. We got 7 games left. You know, there's a real big chance we'll still be in the playoffs.
I think we done sent some messages to these other teams that we're not laying down. We're sitting down. God, Darby like that. He hates me, you know what I mean?
I do.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Vern?
Okay, we got a official timeout. Oh, they're just
It's over. London gets a win.
no. Somebody called
10
timeout.
seconds.
They're
They're going to put their second team in.
putting in somebody here to do something.
It doesn't much matter
No,
with a 17-point deficit there. Got 10 seconds to go in the game.
You know, Gary, they had their second team in. They just put their first team back in. Tell me what that's all about.
Well, I'm not going to tell you, because then you'd know.
4th and 3rd and 18 now.
No, they're going to give Hess the ball one last time. You know,
Maybe Hess needed a few more yards to keep his average up.
you know, to me, though, Gary, that's taking a chance of losing him for the season.
Yeah. And that ends the game. London 48, Northeastern 31. As we get a good shot at the team breaking out.
Congratulations, London. It's nice to have that first victory. Good luck rest of the way out.
What you got to say, Darby?
He set Darby up again.
Gary, get your hands off of Darby's mouth.
I'm not in it. I'm not in it. And Darby's in front of the camera. He won't let us film nothing. Okay, we go off with the scoreboard. And once again, this is Gary McNeil.
It's Darby Calhoun.
And Dave Caldwell.
Saying good night. We'll see you at Jonathan Alder next week, Dave's hometown.
Go Raiders.
All right. Good night.